Hello guys, welcome to Informer. Please like this video and also subscribe our channel. I hope you will enjoy our today's story. The room is very quiet except for the low noise coming from the fridge in the kitchen and a car horn from the street outside. I'm lying on the couch, pretending to be busy with my laptop, but I'm really thinking about my wife, Marissa. She thinks I'm too focused on my work to notice anything else, but I've been feeling unsure for a while now. Marissa's been acting differently, spending late nights at work and keeping her phone face down. I've been trying to ignore my doubts and trust her, but they won't go away. Today, I've decided to talk to her about it. I leave work early to surprise Marissa, but deep down, I'm suspicious. As I get closer to our bedroom door, I hear voices. My heart races. Marissa whispers about getting rid of someone and running away. Her voice sounds different, not like usual. Then a man's voice, smooth and cold, replies, "I feel a chill. They're planning something bad, maybe ruining me financially." I push the door open. Marissa and a man, not someone from her office, look shocked. Marissa tries to explain, but the man just smirks. I demand to know who he is and what's going on. He acts like he's leaving for a fancy event. Not caught in the act of conspiring. I'm nobody important, but you, James, you're apparently the idiot in the way, he taunts, his voice dripping with disdain. Anger flares up inside me, hot and blinding. Yet it's the cold, strategic part of my mind that speaks next. Get out of my house. Both of you, I say, my voice low, but carrying an unmistakable edge of command. Marissa looks between us, her eyes wide, calculating. She takes a step toward me, reaching out. "James, please let me explain." "No," I say firmly, moving away from her. "I don't need to hear more. Leave, or I'll call the police." She hesitates for a moment, then grabs her purse and nods to the man. They leave quickly. She hurries, but he walks confidently. The door slams, and suddenly it's very quiet. I'm alone, feeling the weight of what just happened and the danger I'm in. Fear and adrenaline swirl in my mind, making me panic. I'm not just going to lick my wounds. No, I need a plan, a way to protect myself and hit back. Hard. They think I'm an idiot. I'll show them just how cruelly I can turn the tables. I pick up Marissa's fallen phone. It's unlocked, a careless mistake, or maybe a sign of her overconfidence. I start scrolling, looking for anything, messages, emails, photos, that might tell me what they're planning. As I dig deeper, the pieces start to fall into place. Bank statements, secretive messages, plans that hint at a future without me with all my assets in their hands. It's worse than I feared. But now I know, and I'm not just going to stand by. I'm going to fight back, and I won't pull any punches. They unleashed something in me they'll soon regret. The game is on, and I'm playing for keeps. The next morning, I wake up early, my mind buzzing with the remnants of last night's revelations. The silence of my now empty house feels like a cold slap. I can't linger in this state. Action is necessary, not just for revenge, but for survival. I head to my friend Leo's coffee shop, a small, eclectic place tucked between the towering glass buildings of downtown. Leo has always been more than a friend. He's my go-the-guy when trouble hits, and right now, I'm smack in the middle of it. The bell over the door jingles as I enter, and Leo, a broad-shouldered man with an easy smile and a keen sense for trouble, looks up from the espresso machine. His smile fades when he sees my expression. "James, you look like Hellman. What's going on?" he asks as I take a seat at the bar. I lean in, lowering my voice. "I need your help, Leo. Marissa, she's not who I thought she was." Leo listens closely as I tell him about what happened, how I was betrayed, and the danger I'm in. His face shows anger and determination. "James, we need more than strength," he says. "You need someone who can investigate deeply." He pauses, then nods, like he's made a decision. "I know someone. She's a great private investigator." Leo calls her while I nervously tap the counter. When he finishes the call, he tells me her name, Tara. "She'll meet you here in an hour. Use my back office." I nod, grateful for the privacy. The coffee shop is a bustling hub, but the back office is a sanctuary of sorts, filled with old concert posters and a hefty oak desk. When Tara arrives, she's nothing like I expect. Petite with piercing blue eyes, her presence is commanding. She shakes my hand with a firm grip, her gaze assessing me like a chess player sizing up the board. "Leo briefed me. You're in a tight spot, but I can help. First, we need to secure your assets. Then we go after whatever dirt they hope to bury you with." Tara explains, her voice steady and confident. I fill her in on everything, including the details from Marissa's phone. Tara listens, jotting down notes on a legal pad, her brow furrowed in concentration. Good that you got this information. It's a start. We need more. I suggest we also bring in a tech expert. I know someone who can trace transactions, communications, anything that might link back to their plans. Whatever it takes, I reply, my resolve hardening. I'm not just a pawn in their game. I'm going to rewrite the rules. Tara agrees, taking out her phone. I'll work on this, she says. He's good at keeping things quiet and getting results. She sets up another meeting, and I start to feel like I'm taking control again. With Leo's help and Tara's skills, I'm not alone in this anymore. We have a plan, and though the other side seems strong, they're not invisible anymore. They're real, and they have weaknesses. We'll start by making you more secure, Tara tells me as we finish up. Then we'll turn things around. As I leave the coffee shop, the morning sun breaks through the clouds, casting long shadows on the ground. It's symbolic, in a way, light piercing through the darkness. They thought they could control me, manipulate me into oblivion. They're wrong. I'm coming for them, and with Tara and Leo by my side, I'm not just fighting to survive. I'm fighting to win. The crisp morning air is biting as I make my way back to the coffee shop. This time to meet Casey, the tech expert Tara mentioned. My steps are quick, purposeful. Each breath forms a cloud that disappears as quickly as it forms, much like the secrecy I hope to dissolve around Marissa's plans. Casey proves to be an enigma from the start. Young with a mop of unruly dark hair and glasses perched precariously on his nose, he greets me with a nod, his laptop already open and humming on the table. Tara briefs me. He starts without preamble, his eyes flickering up to meet mine. We can track their digital footprints, see where the money's moving. They're communicating with. If they're sloppy, we'll catch them. I sit down, pulling out my phone to show him the information I've gathered. This is everything I could get from Marissa's phone. Messages, emails, some odd transactions. Casey's fingers fly over his keyboard as he hooks my phone up to his laptop. Let's see what we've got here, he murmurs, his focus absolute as lines of code scroll across his screen. We sit in a tense silence, broken only by the clatter of the coffee shop around us. After what feels like hours, but is only minutes, Casey's face splits into a grin. Got something here. Looks like your wife's been busy. There's a whole chain of emails between her and her lover, planning, timelines, even mentioning a big payout after dealing with you. Anger and relief flood through me simultaneously. The proof is tangible now, not just whispers behind closed doors. Can we trace where the money is supposed to come from? I ask, leaning in. Casey nods, already typing a new command. I'm on it. This should lead us to any accounts they've set up or plan to tap into. Give me a sec. His brow furrows and clears. Here we go. Looks like there's a joint account they just opened. Large deposits already traced back to 848. Your business account. They're funneling your funds slowly, probably hoping you wouldn't notice. The betrayal stings deep and personal. We need to lock down my accounts. Can you do that? I can help secure them, but you'll need to talk to your bank for full measures. What you need is evidence for the police. Casey advises, still tapping away. I'll gather all the digital evidence, package it up. You'll have more than enough to start legal action. I nod, feeling a mix of dread and determination. What about tracking their current location if they're planning to flee? That's next on my list. Casey assures me. I'll set up alerts for any activity that matches their patterns. If they make a move, we'll know. As I leave the coffee shop with a hard drive full of evidence and a plan forming, my phone buzzes. An unknown number, but I answer it, my pulse quickening. James, Marissa says, her voice shaky. We have to talk. The fear in her voice doesn't shake me. Yes, we will, I say calmly. At the police station. You can explain everything there. I end the call before she can say anything else, a small smile on my face. They tried to control me, to use me for their own plans. But I won't be used like that. The fight isn't finished, and I'm just getting started. The police station is a fortress of dimly lit corridors and echoing footsteps, a place where secrets come to light and justice finds its voice. I sit in a cold, sterile interrogation room, the hard chair under me less uncomfortable than the anticipation tightening in my chest. Marissa and her lover, whom I've learned is named Derek, are brought in handcuffed. A look disheveled, the arrogance and confidence I saw in them that night at my house now replaced with fear and disbelief. Detective Larson, a seasoned officer with a no-nonsense demeanor, sits across from me, her eyes sharp behind her glasses. We got most of the story from your evidence, Mr. Hartley, let's hear them fill in the gaps. Marissa glares at me across the table, her eyes flicking away when they meet mine. Derek, on the other hand, seems resigned, his shoulders slumped as if he's already accepted his fate. Marissa, why? I start, meaning to hear it from her, meaning to understand how the person I trusted most could betray me so completely. She takes a deep breath, and when she speaks, her voice is a mix of defiance and regret. It was never supposed to go this far. Derek and we got carried away. But James, you were never supposed to be hurt. Derek snorts, shaking his head. Speak for yourself, he mutters, glaring at her before turning to Detective Larson. She planned everything. I just went along with it, Derek admits. Detective Larson raises an eyebrow, taking notes. And the money? Why did you divert Mr. Hartley's funds? Derek looks at Marissa, feeling betrayed. That was her idea, he says. She said she needed to secure her future because she felt stuck. My head spins a bit. Marissa was planning to leave me broke, disappear without a trace. But I have to stay focused to handle this. Is that true? Marissa, did you feel trapped? Detective Larson asks, her voice even. Marissa nods, tears spilling over. I did, but not by James. By my own choices. I'm sorry, James. I truly am. Before I can respond, the door bursts open. A young officer steps in, whispering urgently to Detective Larson. Her eyes widen slightly as she listens. Then she nods and turns back to us. Well, it appears there's more to this story. We just made another arrest. Derek's wife. The room goes silent, the revelation dropping like a bomb. Derek's face drains of color, his eyes widening in shock. Marissa turns to him, confusion and horror replacing her earlier defiance. His wife, I echo, the pieces clicking into place. A double betrayal, deeper and more tangled than I could have imagined. Detective Larson nods. Yes, it seems she was the mastermind behind this. She found out of the affair and manipulated Marissa into moving against you, with Derek unaware of his wife's involvement. She planned to use the scandal to divorce Derek and take a substantial settlement. The irony isn't lost on me, and despite the pain, a bitter laugh escapes my lips. Derek and Marissa have been pawns as much as I have been, all of us manipulated by someone else's vendetta. As the police leave Marissa and Derek away, Detective Larson turns to me. Mr. Hartley, you're free to go. Thanks to your swift action and cooperation, we've uncovered more than just a simple case of infidelity and theft. You've helped expose a deep-seated plot of revenge and manipulation. Leaving the police station, the air feels lighter, almost refreshing. The sun sets, casting long shadows and making the city glow gold. Today, I lost a wife, but gained my freedom. And in a strange way, I believe in justice again. Maybe now I can start fresh, knowing about deception, but also knowing my own strength. Stepping into the fading light, I realize this isn't the end. It's a new beginning. A chance to rebuild, stronger and wiser than before. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.